How are you, manager? Has Granny been to your store lately?
No. Has something happened?
I obtained the Crest of Waves replica trophy this morning and went to take it over to her. But the place was empty, and her door was ajar. The neighbors say she caused a commotion late last night, banging on doors claiming a holo was coming, and she was going to White Wave Hospital to save the sweet cakes. She's been searching for sweet cakes everywhere for weeks now, so nobody took it seriously, and they convinced her to go back to her room and go to sleep. But by morning, she disappeared. She often goes out early to look for the sweet cakes, but this is the first time she hasn't locked her door, and the first time she's mentioned White Waves Hospital. Oh, it just seems odd. I filed a missing person report to public security, so I'm just waiting to hear from them now.
Gone to White Waves Hospital to save the sweet cakes? That's a new clue.
Searching for information on White Waves Hospital. White Waves Hospital is a renowned, large-scale, comprehensive medical facility in New Eridu. Earlier records go back 41 years to when it was forced to relocate due to a holo disaster.
Wait, 41 years ago? That's the same year as that competition.
With funding from both the government and the public, White Wave Hospital, which has been relocated several times, retained most of its medical resources. Its symbol is a white wave.
A white wave? Is it a coincidence? Or have we been wrong from the start? The beauty pageant, the hospital, the wave? There must be a connection between the three. If you'll excuse me, manager, I'm going to contact a friend who works in medicine to investigate.
Let me know if you hear anything about Granny, even if she doesn't remember my name.
Well, as my current client, I must ask you to forgive her rudeness. I'm her maid, so please allow me to remember your name in her stead. Well then, I'll be going. Please don't let my affairs affect you. You have your own business to run, after all.
You want to test
Time for some hard.
Time for some joking. Hey, don't look down on me! Nothing to...
Come on, open up.
Is it... Don't look at me.
Preparations complete. I'm ready to begin, dear guide.
Dear guide. I like the sound of that.
Unfortunately, I cannot base my terms of address on personal preference. Using the correct titles in the right situations is important etiquette at Victoria Housekeeping. Now, let's get back to Granny. Based on our current intel, I'm certain her cognitive corruption syndrome is getting worse. Her memory has already regressed to that day 41 years ago.
That day, 41 years ago?
Yes. The Miss Metropolitan dropout incident and the White Waves Hospital Hollow disaster both happened on the same day, and Granny Leisha was involved in both.
But what does this have to do with Granny's search for sweet cakes?
There is a connection. A big one. The sweet cakes are the link between these two events, and have been the source of strife in Granny's heart for 41 years. It's a long story. I had to contact a lot of people and piece it all together. But we don't have much time, so let's talk on the way. Granny Leisha from 41 years ago. She'd have been around my age now. She worked as a nurse at the White Waves Hospital back then. She was in charge of taking care of the newborns.
Don't just smile at me. Go to sleep already. The more sleep you get, the quicker you'll grow. You're drooling. Let me wipe it off. Hey, that's quite the set of pipes you've got. Can you keep it down? You're going to frighten the other babies.
The hospital was short-handed, so Granny Leisha was always busy. Still, she loved her work. Of course, aside from her work, she had other things she wanted to accomplish. Oh dear, looks like we've got a bit of a situation. Let's tackle the issue at hand first.
This door looks like it needs 2 people to open it. Look, there's another button to control the door over there.
They can handle pressing the buttons.
Leave it to me! Not you! Both of us!
I'll leave these 2 children with you, Proxy. Please bring them with you as you search for a way forward.
Temporary access permissions for Drusilla and Anastella received. Action request approved. Initiating override.
Me, pick me!
The operational interface has been switched to Anastella.
Lead Anastella to push the button. Great. Now Drusilla can get through.
I've stepped on the button!
You can use the permissions I've granted you to switch between them.
We're here! Both of us! I'm here! Drusilla too!
There's another up ahead.
There's a large switch up ahead. Seems like we need 2 Bangbu to step on it.
Leave it to Anastella and me! I'll go! Drusilla, let's do it! I'm standing on it! It's your turn, Anastella! Lots of treasure!
You can do it. It's up to you guys to press that switch.
Once they both get through, they'll be able to step on the main switch.
I need Anastella's help! We're here! Gonna step on the main switch! Yeah! Yeah!
Aren't my little Bangbu amazing? Our guide is pretty amazing too, of course. Now then, let's proceed. Let me continue with Granny's story. When she was young, Granny dreamed of becoming an actress. So she signed up for a beauty contest in her free time. That's right. It was the Miss Metropolitan pageant. Not just her colleagues, but she too was surprised at how far she got. Let's walk and talk. Granny emerged as the dark horse that year, To everyone's surprise, the judges gave her high scores. And just like that, Laisha Christie made it into the finals. Yet, on the day of the finals...
Is she coming? I remember in the news.
In a corner of the broadcasting room, numerous screens were showing the broadcast of the glamorous stage. But among them, an old TV was airing a piece of breaking news. It was a holo alert for areas including the White Waves Hospital. And so, on the screens showing that magnificent stage, the rising star who was about to be crowned Beauty Queen ran down the red carpet steps without turning back and headed to the place on that old TV screen. Seems we have some uninvited listeners up ahead. Let's pause the story there for now.
You can't escape. Come a little closer. Time to switch coin. Go now, child. Good riddance. Out of the way. Shark Nami! Hey, idiots, I'm here! At your service.
Master, we can reach depths of the hollow if we keep going this way. Once you enter, you won't be able to return. Make sure you've done everything you need to do before moving forward.
Ah, it's yet another strange door.
Yeah, and more different mechanisms.
That should be where the main switch is.
Time to step on the button again? Step on the button, step on the button!
Temporary access permissions for action request approved. Initiating override.
I'm standing on it! Stepped on it! One more ahead! The main switch! It's done! It's all done!
We're very close to our destination now, Rena.
Yes, and
Valve status analyzed. Sufficient gear coins paid. Authentication successful. Opening valve.
Are the kids all right? Oh no! The main door is blocked. I remember the emergency exit should be... Ah! I found it! Don't be scared. I'm coming! I'll protect you all!
The hospital had already been enveloped by the hollow. It was pitch black everywhere, and things were in chaos. Leisha didn't have time to worry about her tattered pageant gown. She took off her high heels to run and climb barefoot. She kicked away the obstacle that blocked the main door. In a panic, she couldn't remember the names of all the children, relying on her memory. She searched for one swaddled baby after another. Those clothes were all imprinted with the hospital's wave pattern. One baby giggling happily in the hollow. One baby that was drooling. And another that cried at the top of their lungs. They were the wave sweet cakes Granny was searching for.
That must have been when she contracted cognitive corruption syndrome. This is the last obstacle.
Let's get rid of it in one fell swoop and find Granny. As usual, I'll leave you to take the little ones.
Turn around! You're going the wrong way!
We'd better take it with us.
Press button 2! Let's do it together! 3, 2, 1! 2, 1!
Biosignatures detected up ahead.
Granny Leisha should be there.
Yes, we should hurry up.
These two bamboo are pretty convenient.
Thank you for the compliment. We might have to battle ethereals later, so I'm going to withdraw your access for now.
Not here. Oh, here!
Oh, good. We found her, and she doesn't look hurt. Just not in a stable emotional state.
I lost all the sweet cakes. The sweet cake with a silly smile. The sweet cake with a loud voice. And the drooling sweet cake. I couldn't protect any of them.
Huh? Rena, didn't you say all the sweet cakes had been saved back then?
Yes, I'm quite certain they were all saved. There's only one explanation. She doesn't even remember them being saved. Her memory has regressed to the night she was at the hospital, so she can only search for her missing sweet cakes. For her, the conclusion no longer exists. Granny Leisha, do you remember me? I'm Rena, and the new Eridu Housekeeping Association appointed me to help you.
Sweet cake! It's a sweet cake! Don't be scared. Even if you're all that's left, I'll protect you.
Multiple ethereals detected, rapidly approaching this area.
Rena, Granny Leisha, we need to get out of here. It'll be dangerous to stay any longer.
Ethereals are coming, Granny! Come on, we have to go!
Don't be scared. I'll protect you. I will.
You have to let go, Granny. That isn't your sweet cake.
It's a sweet cake. I won't lose another sweet cake.
She won't listen. What do we do, Rena? Rena!
Name, Leisha Christie. Nurse ID 2107. Your sweet cakes aren't lost. The silly, smiling sweet cake still loves to smile. She became a maternity nurse, just like you. The loud sweet cake doesn't talk much over the phone. But he said he'll come see you. Right after his concert finishes. The drooling sweet cake has already become a senior investigator. He might be off fighting ethereals as we speak. You didn't lose them, Granny. They just grew up. Now, it's finally their turn to protect you. You can't escape. Please wait there, Granny. We'll be done with things here soon.
Out of the way. Leave it to me.
Watch out, please.
Get some rest. I'll handle it. Okay.
Spin!
Ready and waiting.
The perfect bite.
Yeah, it's all my fault!
Here to support.
Move it.
Take your beating! I can help!
You have. Take cover. Have some.
Full spin!
Wow. Don't be afraid. It won't hurt.
Bye-bye now. Out of the way. Don't move. Get lost.
You should thank me!
You cannot stop me. You can't escape.
Clear out.
Hey, idiots, I'm here!
Embrace your feeling. Go now, child. Get ready.
Shark Nami!
We're out of danger, and Granny Leisha has calmed down. How are you feeling? Do you recognize me now?
You look familiar. I think I've seen you before. On TV?
It's okay if you don't remember me. But do you still remember looking for the sweet cakes?
Sweet cakes? Not a fan of cakes. They're sticky and dry out your mouth.
No way. She forgot the sweet cakes too?
Do you remember anything that happened the last few days? What you had for breakfast, where you were, and who you spoke to yesterday?
No, I don't remember. Oh, I remember now. I'd lost something for a long time, and a kind soul helped me find it. Oh, what was it I lost? I can't recall. And who was it that helped me?
That's okay. As long as you found it, the who isn't important. I'll remember all the unimportant details for you. Well now, I'd already contacted all the sweet cakes before we went into the hollow. They're on their way to Granny's place, so we'd best be getting back.
Ah, there you are, Miss Rena. I'm your contact from the new Eridu Housekeeping Association. Regarding your call, did you have an update for us?
Yes, I've completed the assessment. Shall we discuss the specifics at Granny's house?
About that, Miss Rena. I have to apologize. After double-checking, we realized she wasn't the client for your assessment.
What do you mean?
We got her mixed up with a lady of the same name, Leisha Christie. Actually, this elderly lady came to the association a few times, saying she's looking for her sweet cakes. But staff always got rid of her. But someone got careless that day. They let her in the assessment reception room and then... well, the rest was a coincidence.
If it weren't for carelessness and coincidence, she'd still be out there searching. So things turned out okay.
As for the official assessment, could I ask you to file with the association as soon as possible?
Later, perhaps. I need to get her home first. There are several people waiting for her.
I'll go with you. Perhaps there is some kind of compensation the Housekeeping Association can offer.
Well then, I'll come see you at the store as soon as I'm finished. Hello, Manager. I appreciate your help these last few days.
How was Granny?
The bad news is her memory is in severe decline. She doesn't recognize anyone anymore, let alone her sweet cakes. But the rest is good news. The Housekeeping Association contacted a suitable nursing home for her, and the sweet cakes all agreed to visit her on different days. She may not remember them, but everyone is looking forward to spending time with her. Perhaps one day she'll remember something.
Perhaps one day people will find a cure for cognitive corruption syndrome.
That would be nice. Cognitive corruption syndrome. Who knows? I've been in the hollows for so long. Perhaps I have it without even realizing. When I'm old, I might be looking for sweet cakes just like Granny Leisha. No. I'll probably be far more stubborn, rebellious, and unwilling to listen than her.
Looking for sweet cakes sounds like fun. Don't forget to bring me along.
It's a promise then. When that day comes, don't be put off when I turn into Granny Rena, and stick with me until I find my sweet cakes.